November 16, 2022, 9:11 a.m. Chapter 13. The setting is county, where we interpret Article 1 Section 26 of the Tennessee State Constitution as it guarantees Tennesseans the right to bear arms through the eyes of the Royal Assembly of Greater Men.
Article I Section 26. Scott County. Right to bear arms guaranteed. Located in the northeastern part of East Tennessee, Scott County was formed from parts of Morgan, Fentress, Campbell, and Anderson counties. In 1849 the county was named after Winfield Scott, who was a U.S. Army general that served in the War of 1812, was a hero in the Mexican-American War, and later would be the Whig Party nominee in the 1852 presidential elections. He lost to the Democrat Franklin Pierce. A stickler for proper military etiquette, he was known as Old Fuss and Feathers, and for his years of service in the Army he was referred to as the Grand Old Man of the Army. As commanding general of the U.S. Army, Scott served under 7 different presidents. Though he was from the slave state of Virginia, Scott remained loyal to the Union and was an important advisor to Abraham Lincoln at the start of the Civil War before retiring in 1861. The county somewhat embodied his position, as citizens' loyalties to the Union would result in a 521-19 vote against secession. That is 96% and a higher percentage than any other county in Tennessee, where Shirley Winfield Scott was proud of the county which bore his name.
The county was also home to the Royal Assembly of Greater Men of Scott County, who there, perhaps, more so than any other county, would be drafted into the service to defend the county's position against the great state of Tennessee. So adamant about the issue as it was so detrimental to its existence, the county would secede from the state, forming its own on the 4th of June 1861. This was encouraged by the then Senator Andrew Johnson as he spoke that day in Huntsville. The county assembly would officially enact the resolution of separation from the Tennessee and thus the Confederacy. The free and independent state of Scott was a movement by the citizens of the county which, though never officially recognized, wouldn't be rescinded until 1986. Technically, what the state of Tennessee counted as a county was a small landlocked country like Luxembourg or perhaps even the Vatican. When Tennessee seceded from the Union, government assistance was withdrawn, and when Scott County seceded from the Tennessee, Confederate assistance was unwelcomed, but that meant weapons and ammunition would also be restricted. With limited manpower and even less available firepower, the county had to enlist the services of the Greater Men.
The holder of the prize-fighting title governed the Royal Assembly and consequently those of African descent, where Scott Alexander McDowell was sovereign in Scott County. He was simply called Mac, taken from either his first or last name, but perhaps even both. From a study of linguistics, we see McDowell as Scottish, where the prefix MC designates the son of the root. Mac, the prize fighter, came from a long line of greater men where his father was one of the more dominating before he retired from prize fighting. But we are not talking about the father but the son who won the title, when Lincoln was elected. When the county was just beginning to consider its separation from the greater state of Tennessee, Mac encouraged those around him of the benefits of independence in his honor and dedication. He was a blacksmith by profession, in his spare time he was a storyteller, and in the arena he was a greater man. Scott County, upon its declaration of independence, needed, perhaps more than anything, weapons to defend its position, and Mac was certainly an essential worker. At the time of the Civil War, swords were still a part of a soldier's standard weaponry, and Mac was working overtime fashioning them for the militia of the newly formed free and independent state of Scott. When Mac wasn't molding steel into instruments of death, he spent his time telling stories to all who wanted to hear, but the contrasting spirit with which he breathed life into his stories was opposite the strength, grit, and heartlessness needed to manufacture such deadly tools of war.
Sure, it is easier to fish than to hunt, which is why more people do the former rather than the latter, but those in Scott County prefer hunting to catching fish. Though the county's largest city is Oneida, the seat of the county is at Huntsville. Though there was slavery in Scott County, their approach was not as abrasive as other more agriculturally driven counties in the state. They looked at slaves as they once saw themselves in relation to the English, knowing they too would come to the same realization in relation to whites. The English were to the colonists what the masters were to the slaves. Slavery was just too much like fishing, because when one catches a fish, that fish is always hungry, but going to look for that 12-point buck, there is a reward in the adventure, whether or not the buck is bagged. The Royal Assembly of Greater Men of Scott County were metaphorically their prey, as local pressure demanded their loyalty. Being an independent body, the Greater Men were initially against the alliance with the county, but when Mac explained that the citizens of the county were fighting for the same principles those of African descent one day would, their convictions changed.
There is no difference between one man and another other than their ability to reinforce a position with the force of some type of definite authority, where the Greater Men were that of Scott County. Reinforcing the unique position of the county, Greater Men stood as the first line of defense for the county against a state whose allegiance shifted to the Confederacy. Treason is far from the achievement the Royal Assembly was attempting to accomplish unless it was for the greater peace and tranquility of the community. The age-old tactic of breeding and waiting out the opponent would have to be set to the side as Greater Men helped secure the borders of the county and the new free and independent state of Scott. Within the midst of the last state to secede from the Union and bordered by a greater Confederate nation, Greater Men were on an island by themselves. patiently waiting on their next battle, prize fighting or otherwise. Mac armed and commanded the regiment of greater men whose main role was to maintain the peace at all costs, as if women, children, and the elderly wouldn't lose if the Confederacy won. But that was the gamble. That's all for this time. After Thanksgiving 2 weeks from now is our final session, where after Chapter 14's lecture final papers are due and an exam is scheduled.